Gates Adams here on behalf of Apex Trader Funding. I'm here today again with Trader Kimheap, who has just been such a consistent face in all of my trader interviews. Her consistency has not only been an inspiration to traders who watch these videos. She is, as I've talked about on previous interviews, is also a coach for other traders, helping grow the next generation of successful traders that I've had the opportunity already to talk to several of her students through this process. So I'm always looking forward to getting the opportunity to chatting with her because she has great wisdom and insight. First and foremost, Kimheap, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today. I always look forward to our chats. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for your time.
So what's been going on with you? I know we get a chance to do these fairly frequently, which again is just a testament to your continued growth and success and consistency. One thing that I like to talk about the fact is that the trading journey never ends, right? There's always continued growth. There's always continued learning, and you get to see it from both sides, not just from your own journey, but from the journey of other traders that you get to work with. So where are we going today? What is the biggest insight that you want to sort of bring up and share in this forum this time? What's going on?
Yeah, today I would love to share the topics of having pressure during trade and after trade, because a lot of students, they just send me the questions like, oh, how do I deal with pressure? How do I deal with fears, especially when my trade goes wrong? I would say 15 students out of 20s, they will have the same questions for the past 3 weeks. As you know, the market dealing with all the economic news like the tariffs and stuff. So that's why today I will take my time. How do I deal with the pressures for over my 8 years of trading?
Well, this is such an incredible topic because, as we've talked about many times, look, there's a lot of different strategies that have the potential to be successful for any trader. But what changes the results for one trader versus another is what's going on within them. And a lot of that does boil down to that pressure, the fear, the anxiety that really comes with, well, the act of trading. I remember at one point I was trading, my trades usually averaged about 30 seconds, and I shifted the way I was trading, and I'd be in a trade for 5 to 10 minutes, which for a lot of traders is nothing at all. But I got so anxious during that time that I had to come up with a way to sort of keep my mind occupied. I started juggling of all things. It was just something that kept my hands and my brain busy while I was in a trade, so I didn't feel that fear. So what is it that you've discovered within yourself and through your students that helps manage that to a point where people can sort of push past some of those limits?
First of all, I just would like to have everybody kind of like eye-opening. What's the difference between evals and the PA's account? So the pressure definitely is going to be completely different. The first day you activate your PA's account, of course, you have more responsibility. Try not to blow in it or lose it. And also, I want everybody to step back and comparing the price between the eval and the PA. You actually invested in eval first. Why don't you build your fundamental or the big strong foundations from the evals, and you can prove that you can trade. Right. So I've been recommended and advised all my students, please treat eval as an PA's account. So the more you consistency of practicing your rules, your strategies, your consistency of progress for 8 days in the evals account, then when you have to trade on the PA's account, and the pressure is actually will be decreased slowly and slowly. So I have 2 students that have been back testing on his eval for between 8 to 14 days. So when he start having activated PA's account, right now he's on the 21 days of trading, and I'm asking him, are you gonna request for payouts? He said no. I said why? Because he wants to get into the 56 days of maximum payouts.
Ow. Okay.
Yes. So the pressures that he has with the eval, he have been upgrade himself to the PAs. And now when he at the PAs at the requesting payouts period, he not like willing to cash out. It's not like he wants to get the maximum. He want to train his mind so it can emerge into his feelings. So the pressures and the fears, the habits of losing. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, it absolutely does. And as you're saying this, I'm sitting here sort of almost, it bothers me because I am guilty of that. I am guilty of treating my evaluations very carelessly because at first I didn't. And the reason being was because until I passed that first evaluation or started to pass evaluations very consistently, I did. I treated it very carefully and cautiously, and I wanted to build those habits. And then I got sloppy. Once I started passing the evaluations fairly consistently, that sort of seemed like the easy part of the job. I admittedly started treating my evaluations very carelessly and found that it was such a struggle to get past that next level. In fact, it took me almost a year to get past that next level to get to that first payout. And I think a lot of that probably has to do with the fact that I really didn't build those foundational habits in the eval that I really needed to get the PA up to that payment threshold. Is that sort of what you're talking about?
Absolutely correct. The habitual trading, it's not easy as you think. You have to give yourself some times, and those times and the experience that you learn from it eventually is going to become your character. Example, as I mentioned, like for the PS account, we need to trade at least for 8 days of cycle trading. So for people that they able to hold their PS account at least 2 payouts, that's probably about a month, because the calendar 20 days trading is equal 1 month calendar.
Right.
And the more I talk about the times, it is plays a big role in the PA's account. It doesn't matter if you build your profit up to $10,000 and by the 8 days you want to request it, the maximum you can request only $2,000 maximum.
Sure, on the 50K, sure.
Right. So the whole view of this conversation that I want people to appreciate the time. So when you appreciate the times, you won't become reckless. You more like extra cautious when every single day of your trading day, people they only look at their profits. But for me, I look at how many days of this account that I've been having it. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. And I think one of the things that I've sort of been focused on lately is building personal streaks in my life, because it's very, when you've done something for 60 days straight, it's really emotionally hard to break that streak. So when you build those streaks around the habits that you want to develop, it makes it much easier to continue to maintain. It's breaking a streak is so emotionally damaging, I think, to a lot of people that's a very valuable tool that a lot of people use to build themselves up.
Absolutely. And also another mindset that we try to remind ourselves, even though you're trading with eval or PAs, like I remind myself, I would accept that I would be wrong. Even though me the past week, and I know that the pressure on me is like completely like different, I call myself out like today I have a lot of pressure. I don't know why, because blah, 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 blah. So at the moment, I told myself, when you're going to market today, you're going to be the first 3 trade, you're going to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. So I allow myself to be wrong the first, second, third trade, but I define my entry and my stop loss. And I know if I go wrong, the price will going backward to my stop loss, right?
Right.
It's kind of like take off a little when I tell myself it's okay. We are trader. I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna be wrong. When you expect it to be profit every single trade, that is a trap. I hope that makes sense.
It does. And again, I can relate to everything that you're saying. The way I see it, losing the trade doesn't necessarily mean that I'm wrong. For me, being wrong means that I entered a trade that I shouldn't have. Either I didn't have the right confluences, or I took a revenge trade because I had just lost one, or I felt like I missed out on something, so I got into too aggressively. So to me, those opportunities, look, they're going to happen. I don't think they go away overnight, but what I do think is that that's an opportunity for me to continue to learn where I make the mistakes, to help identify those so I can be on the lookout.
For my personal experience, I do have my own checklist. Let's say if I'm already done with my trade, right? And then I will go to my checklist. Okay, what do I need to be done to complete my work? So you really have to have like a trading plan, and you have to follow it. So that's the only way that you can avoid all those crazy mistakes. I do review my trade as soon as I close my trade. I try to do that for over months. And so now it's become habitual to me. As soon as I'm done, I look my trade. Okay, I'm done. Where I'm wrong, I move on to the next one. That is the only key that I'm doing every time. I don't wait till the end of the day to review my trade.
Do it while it's fresh.
Right. So if I couldn't find the root cause of problem why I am wrong with this trade, it means that I'm not good enough to continue trading for today.
Well, and I think that's a great insight, because sometimes we are not in the right frame of mind. And I've certainly been there a million times, and being able to recognize that is a great opportunity opportunity to miss out on some losses that can absolutely eat away very quickly at any profits and gains that you've made. Well, I always love chatting with you. There's always just such phenomenal insight from you. Again, I love the perspective because you do get to see it from both sides as a trader yourself, as an instructor and trainer. Hopefully people take the time to watch through these things because there's gold in every single one of these. So as always, I appreciate you spending some time with me and hanging out. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.
All right. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.